In response to the numerous letters, cards, emails, and even phone calls, I am here to provide you proof that Esther Jones is not the model for Betty Boop. I will cover two elements in this video. The first is part of the trial regarding the testimony given by the manager of Esther Jones, Baby Esther, during Helen Kane's trial brought before the Supreme Court in the state of New York, Appellate Division, in May of 1934 after an unfavorable lower court ruling. Lou Bolton, Esther Jones's manager, appeared on the stand. But Esther Jones was never issued a subpoena and did not appear. Mr. Bolton believed that Esther Jones may have been in France and was unsure of her location at that time. Mr. Bolton testified that Esther Jones had used many different sounds on stage during her performances, such as boo, did do do, wad, da da da, low, dee dee do, and sometimes did do to finish an act, in addition to several variations of boop boop a doo between the years 1926 and 1928. Were there other sounds besides the one you have mentioned? Yes, quite a few, Mr. Bolton responded to the questioning attorney. Helen Kane was seen in the Everglades Club, where Esther Jones performed at, between 12 and 1 in the morning in April or May 1928, according to Mr. Bolton's testimony. In all probability, Helen heard many phrases during her visit to the club that night. That is public record. No conclusive evidence was presented to the court that Helen Kane stole the phrase boop boop a doo from Esther Jones during that Supreme Court trial. No questioning of Mr. Bolton or Max Fletcher regarding Baby Esther having supplied the model, the Fletcher Studios model for Betty Boop, is found in the over 1,300 pages of the trial manuscript I reviewed. That evidence came after the death of Helen Kane from Grim Natwick in a Daily Tribune newspaper interview on Saturday, July 20th, 1974. Mr. Natwick was employed by Fletcher Studios when Max Fletcher was seeking a new character to fill in for Popeye's decline in popularity in his How Betty Boop originated. Mr. Natwick indicated, I based Betty Boop on a ragtime piece of music sung by Helen Kane. He recalled she was one of those $10,000 a night singers at the time because of the boop boop a doo type of singing. Furthermore, Mr. Natwick said, I first designed Betty Boop as sort of a little round-faced dog. Her ears gradually became earrings. She was saying boop boop a doo, so of course she had to be cute. Mr. Natwick continued, Betty Boop wore the first miniskirt and had a cute little garter with a rose in it. She was designed after Helen Kane, who wore spit curls and was kind of a pouty little singer. It is too bad that he shared that information 8 years after Helen died. I have provided you direct quotations of the key testimony from a Supreme Court trial and the disclosure from the artist himself. So, through the recorded testimony and confessions from the artist that created Betty Boop, I hope that once and for all, this issue can be put to rest and stop regurgitating and propagating incorrect information. For additional information to expand upon these topics, please review my 2 books that cover these topics in greater detail. Unless, of course, you prefer to remain part of the problem and not the solution. Thank you, everyone, for reaching out to me on this subject.
I wanna be loved by you, just you, nobody else but you. I wanna be loved by you, love, I wanna be kissed by you.